Place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders and set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity to hold us down, together we'll lose sight of the ground. I place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders and set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity to hold us down, together we'll lose sight of the ground.
Suck the life right out of my veins when you spoke my name. Got the kind of thing going that tips the scales. Yeah, you keep me sane. I'll be the clouds beyond your skies, will flutter by like butterflies. I'll be the blue inside your eyes. Your crazy loving keeps me paralyzed.
All right. Good morning. How are we doing today? The S&P 500 opened up a lot better than it looked initially. ADP jobs data came out, had the SPY back down to, I would just say, intraday support from yesterday, right around 595, 595.50. SPY has bounced back very nicely, though. Here on the first candle or so, we're seeing a nice pop back up. Definitely watching high of pre-market this morning around 597.60, 597.70. Gonna be watching for a 598 push and possible breakout here. How are we doing though? Xavier, Sloshy, Yusus, Toby, Hunter, Jamie, Steve, and Chill. What's up? What's up? Brain just woke up. Hey, perfect timing. Good enough. Spy might be making a run. You're doing great. Let's go, Steve. Ready to sell out of Oklo, Brain said. OKLO. You ready to sell out? It's actually bouncing off support again. Pretty good move. What's up, A-Cop? Oh my God, Mason. Did you bet on him? Or did you watch it? QQQ up to 529. It's right around the high of pre-market, just like the SPY, but it looks a little bit better, I guess. Looks like the market's not caring about the ADP jobs. Yeah, initially it opened here. It's really not. I didn't really expect it to. I was surprised to see the market have such a crazy reaction to the ADP data like that. We normally never even look at it. It came out at 8:15 a.m. Eastern. Had the SPY pulling back quite a bit. Yeah, Mason, I listened to that entire game on the radio. The whole game. I was like, what the hell? At first I was pissed because I FOMO'd because I didn't bet on him. And then I was happy when I saw the score. Or like when I had to hear him coming back. Tesla down to 340. TSLA. Watch for 340 support. It's at 342 right now. I could see 340 coming into play here soon. Palantir's reacting. ELTR. Can you guys tell any differences today? Anything sound different at all? Curious. Anything seem different? Your mic, Brain says. Damn it, Brain. You got it. I didn't know if anybody would even tell or not. Bank of America, 44.90 to 45 coming up here. Thought it was your audio, but realized it couldn't be. Sound a bit muffled. Yeah, we got some new mics. I'm trying to figure it out here. Make it sound good, but... Does it sound muffled compared to before? Let me actually try something here. Take this noise gate off. Hopefully you guys like aren't hearing my background sounds now. ISM services PMI should set a trend, right? Not really. I mean, it's just ISM services PMI. I don't really expect anything that nuts from it, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe the SPY will start running at it, but I don't expect too much from it, actually. I like how SPY just broke the high of pre-market, though. My main reason for saying that is we had ISM data come out Monday. It didn't do anything. Had jolts yesterday, nothing. I wouldn't be... I'm just not expecting anything. It doesn't mean it can't, though. Give me 1 sec here. All right. Try this. Hopefully this works okay. MODV's running up. MODV. Motive Care. %33%. Continues with the craziness. This one has had some wild candles lately. Look at that drop off on the daily. I had to zoom in so much. This is crazy. How much this stock has fallen, actually, it's pretty nuts. Good recovery today, though. Like to see it moving up to around $3. Applied Digital's going crazy, TJ said. Is it? Whoa! It's probably gonna halt. Maybe not. We'll see. Looks pretty good, though. Definitely has a lot of crazy PA here today. Bought 100 USD of MODV and 100 of APLD. APLD's definitely getting it done here. Definitely getting it done. Man applied. Let's go check in on the good old core weave. Everybody's been liking core weave in the short term. It's been falling back off a little bit this morning. Was maybe seeing if it would bounce off 150. It's getting really close though at the moment. Looking really solid. Let's see if it'll get a bounce. That would be perfect here. Definitely not as good as applied, though. Gotta switch back to them. 15% leading the watch list, actually. TJ says Avgo calls. AVGO up to around 264 right now. YEXT's running 30%er. Avgo is just so straight up at hoping. Yext. What a name. They had earnings last night. CGC's up 10%. I was actually laughing at the MJ stocks a couple days ago because they died off again. Look at Tilray. Poor Tilray here. Got sent to the grave. It's pretty rough. Yeah, it got rough for the MJ stocks, Brain. Terrible. It's not just them. There's a whole lot of companies that have some issues here. The MJ sector, of course, can be pretty rough. Buy. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some wild MJ talk coming out in the next couple years, but I feel like we always say that. It never comes. Federally, they're just not doing anything. I don't get it. It takes so long. Yeah, it's like in sync, right? Bank of America's actually popping up pretty good today. I know we check in on the banks and they're normally not doing much today. They have had some decent pops. WFC, BAC. Not that nuts, but back to Applied. It keeps going. 1231, up 20% now. Wow, Applied. $12 is broken, TJ said. Perfect. Great run up, though. How high can Applied go? It's like almost to its all-time high right now. It's so very close. That's a big resistance here at 1250. Watch out. It might break it, but it's definitely the first big resistance I'm watching. It's testing it right now. A lot of momentum. $12.50. I think that's the all-time high. Yeah, it is. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't scroll back far enough. You can definitely tell how it's a peak, though. I could see it getting through here over the next couple days. I'm just curious today if it can get through right now or not. And it could. There's a lot of momentum, but this is a big area. APLD. Going back to Oklo. Popped up and back down quickly today. Serve Robotics. 2.5%. Pulling back a little bit. HIMS is up 6%. HIMS should be on the radar. That could be a nice one today. Yesterday it was wild. HIMS ran off at open. We all loved it, and then it died. Be cool to get a little comeback going. A little comeback action. Recovery. Core Weave still hitting off 150. It ran down under it for a minute there and bounced right back, showing its strength at 150 at least. It's not the easiest area to break. Tesla loses 340. Down 1.4%, under $340 today. What's up with Tessie pulling back so hard? going to be watching the daily here. As Tessie dips, it might create a good dip buying opportunity for a lot of people. If it does start to dip down towards some big support, like maybe 300 or sub 300 again, that'll be pretty cool. Something to watch for over the next few weeks. SMCI is looking good. It looks really good on the daily chart, too. Bouncing off support well. It actually filled the gap perfectly on the daily. Coming back well now. This is awesome. This is a great setup on SMCI. I could see a good run out of SMCI today. It's up quite a bit the past 2 days, but shows a lot of strength. Lots of strength here. They're cutting 5,000 jobs at STM. ST Microelectronics. ST Micro. Great brand. I've never even heard of them, if I'm being honest. They pulled back a lot. They're trying to bounce off of a key support here. On the daily. I think it looks pretty solid for a little dip buy hold. You could start averaging in now. If it does dip back down to like 25 or 22, you can average in. Let it kind of play out down here for a few months, and I think you could end up being rewarded pretty well with like a nice recovery to fill this gap maybe towards 40 or 37. Looks like a pretty good setup back up. They make chips that go in your phones and other electronics. Gotcha. It sounds like someone like that. They haven't been performing as good as some other chip companies, but yeah, it's just a bit of a negative on that overall pullback there, but they are staging a comeback. Go check on Ford. Watching Ford here, $10 a share. I'll tell you what, Mason, the Cardinals better win tonight. If you're just now joining up, destroy that like button. Let's go, like it up. Autumn said they will win. I got a little bit on them tonight. Not gonna lie. Not a lot, but you can see that on the semiconductor manufacturer stocks. I've got like 130 on them, so we'll see. It's not too bad, but I'm not a huge bettor, but I like to go in every once in a while. Only normally during the baseball season, though. TSLA pulling back down. I know we've been watching that one, but it fell under 340 pretty dramatically here. Pretty dramatic sell-off. Still ensuing here with Tesla. Saucy said it's not too late on HMY calls. Harmony. Let's go back to gold. It does seem like gold and these gold-related stocks are coming up off this dip in such a great way. Harmony looks like it wants to run up towards 18 again. You had Cardinals and Tigers on a parlay. Oh man. How the Tigers, they lost to the White Sox. That's funny. Wow. It's rough when both sides of the parlay lose. Drinking red Gatorade today. You should be sent. Yeah, if you lose to them, it should count for 3 losses. Yeah, mentally it's a lot worse. I know. I keep trying to bet on guys to hit home runs and then they never hit them. Check out Citigroup. That's one bank I didn't look at earlier. Up 1%. Pretty good action so far. Back to applied. It turned over slightly. APLD, it passed 1250 a little bit and then turned right back under it. Little bit of a worry there. If you're watching for support, watch where this wick was right here, and there was a little bit of reaction right there as well, right around 1175 to 1180. Dude, I had Ohtani and Judge parlayed for home runs in the first game of the rematch. Both homered in the first inning. Wow. Now that's one that was probably a pretty good parlay too. Autumn said of course they did. Yeah, I heard about that. Man, Palantir 3.69%. They're under 130. Starting to look pretty rough on the pullback, Palantir. Don't love it. They're having trouble really breaking out above this range. Yesterday, they broke out above it slightly, pulled right back, and then today, they just could not sustain any of that good action out there. 3.5% to the downside. Checking on Tessie, down around 335. Watching for some support here on Tesla sometime soon. If I zoom out here like this, we can see that they are getting close to a recent bottom. This is a big area on Tesla. They need to show a good bounce here. And I think that they could today. I think it would be rare for them to really break down under here unless we get some bad news. Because that's already a fairly large sell-off today, 2.3%. Right around average, actually. Just watch for a short-term higher low to try to form here. It's just something to be aware of if you're shorting it. Like, keep riding the wave down, but just be aware, be ready for a possible bounce, and take those profits. ASTS. Whoa, they pulled back. Wow, ASTS went on that, like, 7-minute run at open and said, see you later. Damn. CoreWeave still held 150 pretty beautifully. It broke under it 2 times by just a little bit and roared right back within the next 1 minute candle. It's pretty crazy. CoreWeave is holding up though. Not bad by them. Applied is trying to hold this intraday support that we marked out. What, Jake? Plug Power up 2%. This one's been pretty crazy. Yesterday they went nuts. I couldn't believe that yesterday the solar stocks like Enphase, FSLR were popping off. NEO had earnings yesterday. They're making a comeback today. Might not be a bad one. We've been seeing a lot of these post-earnings crazy moves lately, and NEO's actually looks pretty good back to the upside. Look at that setup here. NIO. Pretty solid. Hey, it was only for that like little spurt there. MSG's nice on beef. MSG. I've actually never had MSG. At least that I know. I don't know if you just call table salt MSG. I mean, you might as well. I always see it in like YouTube stuff though, and it makes me laugh. Oh, it's not. DAL moving up to around 50 bucks. It's trying to get up there. It's about $1 away. Yeah, I just mean like I've never had it that I've known. Like I've never seen anybody be like, "Oh, I'm seasoning your steak with MSG." But I know what you mean. Yeah, never had it on purpose. I guess that's a good way to say it. I've definitely had it at one time or another, probably, though. Is descending triangle forming on SPY? 1 minute. Descending triangle. Let's go look. Oh, shit. Guys, the ISM sent the SPY low. Came in at 49.9. Actually, a little bit under expectations there. 49.9. That was like 2 points under the expectation. Wow. Non-manufacturing PMI. Yeah, so anything above 50 is indicating expansion. Anything below 50 is signaling contraction. For those of you that don't know what the ISM Services PMI is, it's published by the Institute of Supply Management, surveys purchasing and supply executives in over 400 service sector companies. Measures metrics like business activity, new orders, employment, prices, with a reading above 50 indicating expansion and below 50 signaling contraction. So definitely contraction here on this 49.9 reading. It hasn't been this low in a long time. It looks like since June of 24. It's been about a year since we've been to levels like this. The SPY initially dropped off. It is pulling back up now. I would call it slightly negative to see it miss like that, and I think that's definitely why the SPY dropped off as much as it did. Retail will buy this dip to take over 600. That would be funny. That would be funny. Holy drop. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that, Brain. A lot of Asian food. Maybe even at like restaurants that want to be cheap. I don't know. SPY looking pretty rough off of that initial reading. Tough to judge the SPY right here. It's not really like tanking, but you know, it's been pretty choppy since the reading so far. It tried to hold the low of pre-market. I don't love it. I am worried for more of a pullback here. I wouldn't be surprised if traders shrugged it off though. Wouldn't really be too surprised. Yeah, I see people use it all the time on cooking stuff, IMOL. I didn't know it was used as a thickener. Never heard of that, but makes sense. Get that sticky icky. SPY big gap down, then got eaten back up. Yep. Brain. $596.50. Let's see. I'm not loving the PA here. I am worried it could give out here. I am worried. Hopefully the dip buyers prove me wrong. Because I'd rather see it run up to 600 for a break, but not loving the PA. Banks. Always check them after data. Tesla still down in the red, under 335 now, down 3.35%. They're under that low from Monday. Under Monday's low. Come on now, Tesla. Let's go. What is the bad news on Palantir? I didn't see any bad news with them initially. Is there bad news? They might just be falling off with stocks here this morning. I mean, Tesla's down 4% as well, essentially. So we're seeing a lot of pullback come into play. Let me check though. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here. Man, Tesla 4.2% now. It gets worse. Same with Palantir. Just massive pullbacks. Even Nvidia's pulling back. It's nowhere near 4%, but it's pulling back. Looking at our Mag 7 setup, gosh, Tesla looks freaky. Definitely weighing in on the SPY. Peloton, nice move. PTON. Hey, at least they're moving up. We got one stock moving well. Dollar Tree reported earnings this morning and fell off a bit. Kind of upsetting. I was hoping that they would help DG continue up. DG actually still did well in pre-market, but they did pull back ever so slightly. I was golfing Tom and Chase flew over and took a pic of the course I was playing. That's hilarious. You should airdrop him something. Flush the toilet when you go over, Chase. Is it true that whenever, like, you do that in an aircraft that it just shoots out the bottom? There's no shot, right? Do you think SPY will bounce back up from 595? Mason don't think so. I saw something one time, but only over St. Louis. Core Weave definitely pulling back very hard here today, guys. It's pullback central right now. This is like insane. It's getting pretty crazy now. 5.5% on the Palantir. Tesla's at almost 5%. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I saw a video with that, but they were probably capping. Damn, Tesla. Where are we going to stop? That's the question. It's right around 330 right now. Is this where we get the slowdown to come in? Let's go check the daily chart. Pretty big pullback. It's looking kind of brutal on the daily on this turnover. It's definitely showing that it's not just going to be like a normal little pullback and pop here this time. This is definitely a lot different than the other pullbacks, especially since it broke under that recent pullback's low. I think that's a big sign in the short term, so just be wary. Hopefully, we see some chop back up so that we can enter some puts for a huge drop back. It got very close to larger support around 328. Look at how 328 was like the perfect bottom down here where the arrow is. Just so happened to touch perfectly right there. That's going to be tough to break down today. Oh yeah, 2 green candles already touching off of it. Not bad. The SPY. Couple green candles right back up. They're already halfway back. We're halfway there. Ha, Mason was in some puts. I can't believe how quickly it recovers here. Chase said, yeah, Tesla. Tesla definitely really rough. V-shape recovery, Demir says. Good morning. Yeah, very nice. The good old V. It's at kind of pre-market resistance here. Pretty minor level, I would say, around 597, but we'll see if it holds up for anything. Jake overslept. Oh man, he feels like he missed the market. It's been a little while since I overslept. Thank God I haven't done it yet today. In a little while. If I oversleep, I start getting phone calls, so I get woken up pretty quick. Let me go check Core Weave really quick. I'm going to plot up this option. Somebody asked me a question. They said, is it worth even playing the put options on CoreWeave since they're so overpriced? And the answer ultimately is yes. But you have to be smart. You know, if you're scalping it very quickly, it's okay. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. IV's pretty high. We can see, though, that, you know, the intraday price action still moves very well. Gonna put that on always. CRWV. Go check QQQ really fast. The QQQ bouncing off 526.50. Coming back to live. Still like to see that. Tesla's holding our support at 328. That was a pretty big level. Still holding up here today. Haha, you hear typing. Oh no, that means I have to switch my... Let me do a test here. Alright, I was messing with my mic settings earlier. I got a new mic, Demure. Alright, let's try this. There we go. I fixed it. All fixed. Hopefully this works out okay, though. Whoa, protein shake reminder. All right, brain, sounds good. All right. Hey, if you guys have not gotten your protein in today, it's time. It's time. Debbie, I do think that Tesla could be bouncing here. I like it. I like this lower support. It's not the largest support ever, but I do like it for a potential bounce. It's a big level. Yeah, if you haven't got your protein in today, go get it in. Quick intermission. I'm going to run and grab it real quick. All right, let's go get it.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's
All right, all right.
baby, won't you let the light shine?
We are back. Let's go. Haha, that'd be awesome, Chase. Get like a GNC sponsorship. That's hilarious. They would see that I was 130 pounds and then they'd go, hell no. The protein's not even helping me gain any weight. Still need more calories, but it's helping for sure. It's just not super great. Yeah. I know. Even though I'm getting a higher calorie intake, it's not a... I need MSG. I'll try that. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, even though I'm getting more calories, I need like more though. I need even more. Even with the shakes, I still need like an extra 1,000 calories somehow, and I don't know how I'm gonna get it in. I don't think I'm ever gonna. I'm starting to realize. I wish that I could like just somehow like inject 1,000 calories into my stomach. Ground beef. Mix some ground beef with onions and peppers. I do eat that sometimes. I do make those. Those like little bowls or something. I'll have like a bowl like that for lunch, Mason, but I probably need to have like 3 a day or something. Demir's on easy mode. Big Macs, Steve said. The Big Macs did help me. Whenever I was gaining weight a lot in the past, Big Macs actually helped me. But it was nuts. I was eating like 5 of them a week. All right, Tesla, Palantir, Nvidia, they're all trying to base right now. Nvidia is back above 140, bounced pretty close to there. Let's see if we can stage a good recovery here. Mayo with a straw. That's not a bad idea, Scruffy. Look like the Roach aliens and Men in Black. If I start doing that, the Roach aliens. I gotta search these up. Roach aliens, Men in Black. Oh, look at these things. I remember these guys. I didn't know what the hell you meant until I looked it up, though. Oh my god, that's funny. Is that the ones that you meant? Those like little funny guys? Add the mayo to your protein shake. Ooh. That is nasty. Palantir trying to bounce around that 126 level. Let's see if it holds us down 5%. It's down to 126, close to 125. We gonna get a bounce here. It doesn't really look like a good base forming yet. It almost looks like, if anything, I would say like a dead cat bounce happening here before a bigger sell-off, but that's just the trend I'm seeing here. Tesla looks a lot better on its base. Holding it pretty well. I liked Nvidia the way it was up above 140 still. Bacon fat. Do you guys keep your bacon fat in like a jar? I know some people do that. I don't know. My fiance always wants to keep it in a jar, and I'm always like, let's just go throw it in the woods. Autumn keeps it. Only in apocalypse, Brain says. Matt keeps it. Yeah, Jake, right into the woods. You guys always use it? Wow. Man, you guys really use it, don't you? That's funny. AK thinks about it, then remembers it's not the Great Depression. You don't want to know, Mason. I bet you could find some good treasures back there. Brain says, I wouldn't keep it in a jar. I know some people who keep it in a jar, and then every time they make bacon, they add to the jar. It's kind of nasty. I feel like that they've been using the same bacon grease for years. I hear it does taste better. I don't know if it's healthy, but I use extra virgin olive oil on like everything, so. Seed oils are bad. Yeah, I hear those are really bad. That's right, extra virgin olive oil. My SPY, Demir says. SPY basing coming back. All the way back. Holy shit. Last time I checked on the SPY, it was like right here. Wow, 600 might come into play today now. The V-shaped recovery kept it up. V for victory on the SPY. If this was a true comedy show, there could be some funny stuff there, but I'll refrain. QQQ 529.50. It's not actually as good as the SPY today. SPY's almost all the way back. QQQ has some room to go. Real butter. Yes, AK. Real butter. Yes, sir. I also only use real butter. I can't stand people who use that like margarine butter or vegetable butter or whatever. Gosh, that's gross. My fiance, I told her to go buy me butter a little while ago, and I'm not shitting you. She came back home with some with some vegetable butter, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, go back. No salt butter is bad though. Mine does have salt. It's salted butter. I always buy the salted one. But Tessie staging a recovery, you know, with the SPY with the V-shaped move. Tesla might be coming back a bit. We might chop around a little bit down here, but I could see people trying to buy up the dip for like a little bit of like a 340 recovery possibly. That would be awesome. Spotify thoughts, Tiger Woo. 4% move today up to $700. I love the way it ran, but I gotta say it's at 700, and this is definitely an area that I think that we could end up seeing a big slowdown at. So keep that in mind with Spot. I think there could be a massive slowdown here. You add the salt after, AK said. Ah, I see. I use Himalayan salt too. That's funny. You guys are all about the good shit. Yeah, the pink Himalayan salt. That's all I buy now. Man, yeah, poor Spotify here, Tiger. It could end up breaking the high of the day, and if it does, there could be an opportunity playing the scalp up. I personally don't really see it breaking out with the way it dipped here. Personally, I don't see it today. European butter's the best. I've always heard that. It's even a different color. I watch Gordon Ramsay cooking all the time. What's the book map saying, Tiger says? On Spot? Let's go see. I'm sure 700 was huge, but since it went past it, it probably wiped it out. Yeah, 700 was pretty big, so it ended up wiping that sell wall out here. We can see there was a lot of sellers close to there. 699 and 700 had a lot for this one. It looks like there was only like 9,000 volume really at those levels, but still though, pretty big. On Spotify, 9,000 shares is a lot. On the book map anyways. Not the most volume ever. salt from the SPY tears. While you're churning the butter, they just drip right in. SPY 598. Resistance overhead. It got very close to there at open today. It's approaching that once again. Demure's out. See you later, Demure. Hopefully see you tomorrow. I want to go do some infantry sometime soon. Adam LY, what's up? Waiting for CRCL IPO. Yeah, a lot of people are waiting for Circle. CRCL, obviously this isn't the actual Circle because it hasn't IPO'd yet. Circle will be nice. What's the exact time on that? Let's see. I'm trying to find the exact time really quick.
Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Oh, it'll actually begin trading tomorrow. From what I'm seeing. That's what I'm reading. Hopefully that's right, but
Take my eyes open to force reality.
is Trump speaking now? Tiger Wu said. Not that I saw. It's possible. I didn't see that though.
Inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me.
Tesla levels, Scruffy asked. 327 is huge here, Scruffy. As Tesla moves back up, I'm definitely watching 334 and then 335.50 to 336. That's what I have plotted out. From the past couple days, Tesla's had a lot of reaction around there. I'm going to circle it. Within this range, Tesla's had a few bounces, so that's why I'm watching those levels there. If we zoom out a bit more on like a 5-minute, we can see that the low of day today is actually right around 327.80 to 328. This is the low last week on Thursday, which is the low of last week. So actually, sorry, not even last week, 2 weeks ago. Hood puts bought some yesterday, went up to 500% this morning. Really, your hood puts were 500%? Yeah, how's that possible, Christopher? 48 puts for 620. I'm gonna have to go plot this. Hood, 48 puts for 620. Let's see. Maybe you just got lucky because it's so far out of the money. 48 strike puts. That's so far out of the money. Oh, you couldn't sell it? Oh. So you weren't able to sell it? That sucks. I think that your bid and ask just was crazy there is really all it was. Let me go plot it out and see if there were any fills. Yeah, there wasn't really any fills, so... It was just your bid and ask looking wild is what it was. You said 628 though, right? I think I had that wrong there. The 620, yeah, okay. Yeah, the bid and ask is wild on that one. Wow. Yeah, we can tell it never really got to 0.75. There weren't any fills there. That's weird, though, sometimes how it gets. Buru Lotto play up 11%. B-U-R-U. Nubaru. Isn't this like a planet? You guys know about the Nubaru? I'm just kidding. I think there's like some weird like conspiracy theory with some planet called Nibiru or something. Planet X. Yeah, that's the one, Ghost. Yeah, Planet X. That's what everyone used to call it. That's right. It's been a while since I've heard about Planet X. Either way, though, BURU is popping 11%. I gotta give them some credit here. They're holding the support really well. You know, if you want to take a stab at this one, this is not a bad one to take a stab at. I normally don't say to take a stab at a 30-cent stock, but the risk-reward ratio is not bad. I mean, even if you bought in somewhere close to right at the current price, and you can maybe target like the middle to top end of that recent range, and your risk reward's fantastic. Is that Elon's planet? Ah, that's funny. The 10th planet where the Anunnaki came from and engineered us. Yeah, chill. That is, I think that is part of the conspiracy. I definitely remember hearing about the Anunnaki. I don't know about the whole genetic thing, but that's funny. Don't tell Elon about it. Yeah. I wonder if that crap's real. Not the Anunnaki thing. I just wonder if there's like a weird planet like that out there. I would have thought that there'd be some pretty clear evidence. NVTS 10% holding the 620. NVTS 9%. Yeah. 620. Breakout. Nice. It's up to the high of yesterday. It's actually sticking right on like 660. Kind of funny. I can't believe all those conspiracies though, guys. Like, I feel like there's so many out there like that. The international lizard people from the dark side of the moon. Brain. You guys definitely know your conspiracies, it sounds like. They got hard leverage on my soul right now. Navitas. That's a really good move, though, today. I love the way it's moving. Navitas. $6.60 overhead. It's just such a crucial resistance, and they have rejected here, too. making it worse. WKYN, what is that? Tesla down to around 328. They ended up still holding this. We can see on the 1 minute chart how they bounced here earlier. It was very nice. I don't know, AK. I don't know. The last time I did that, somebody got me in trouble. Thoughts on VRT for the long term? Liquid cooling company? That's what VRT does, Vertiv? They're liquid cooling? %1.8%. They look like they're actually nice and consistent. They have a big gap to fill on the daily. I hope that they can get through there and into that zone soon. My concern with this one is that it hits this next upcoming resistance at around 125 and then just test support before maybe a bigger move. But that is a worry I have. Nonetheless, though, if the market starts roaring back, it'll be just fine. It's nothing too spicy for YouTube. Some of their other videos, probably, but this one's just funny. I don't even know what it is. Oh. WKUK. I found it now. All right. Michael, been considering selling the remaining of my Nvidia shares, but I want a plan with what to do with the money before I pull the trigger. You want to know what you're going to do with the shares before you sell your Nvidia? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad way to look at it, really. Not a bad way to go. Looking at Nvidia right now, up to around 144 in the short term. Pretty big resistance up there. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I like the way that you're thinking there. Looking at Nvidia, it's been roaring back to life. It might try to make a 144 breakout soon, so maybe waiting a little while you form a plan is a good idea. Remember that you can always just throw your cash into SGOV and collect a monthly dividend. It'll pay you out around like 5% a year. It's pretty solid. I believe that's what it was. But yeah, SGOV. Or just go in the woods and find 5 cents. I guess it depends how much cash you have, but yeah. Many are saying Nvidia for 200 and you want to sell? I I would hold something, Jake said. Yeah, that's one other option. Just, SGOV. And, it's just like while you're deciding. Like, if you think NVIDIA or just any stock in general is overextended and you want to sell out, I would trust your process there and sell out rather than hold just because you want to, have a plan. Yeah, I think so, Jake. It's usually around like 5%. It probably is more like 4.5 right now. Let me go check. Yeah, like 4.6%, 4.5% right now. Yep. Yeah, pretty solid. It's kind of like some of the better savings accounts, you could say. You know how some of those high yield savings, they'll pay like 4.5, 5%, maybe even higher in some cases, but do you think FMST is a penny stock? Doing pretty good. FMST, Foremost Clean Energy. It's $5 a share. Ooh. I would say it's not a penny stock right now, but it was. It was a penny stock a few days ago. FMST is on fire. Wow, it's too bad that we're a little late to this run. How much more can this thing go? It's getting close to $5 resistance. That's going to be a big level for it to get through. I wouldn't really trust a breakout there. Man, I love the run, but that is a big resistance here. That daily is just perfect. Anybody have running theories on Google? I do think that Google can get more positive in the short term. I shouldn't say the short term. I should say more over the long term. In the short term here, I'm still watching to see if this will dip back down, but I could see like a 155 support bounce before a bigger move higher. I'm not really watching for this low that I'm circling to break or anything like that. But I do expect it to come back into the chop zone a little bit before truly recovering. Let's go check Applied. Is it at highs of the day? Wow, Applied Material sitting right at the high of the day. Might be getting a breakout opportunity coming in here soon. Sorry, Applied Digital, not Applied Materials. Sorry. There's two different ones. Give me a break. I'm just kidding. Looking at Applied, though, it's about to make a new run. I love the way it's setting up and moving here. I guess, like, looking at Applied here, we can say, okay, it's a little bit overextended, but the short-term price action and the short-term movement is actually really good. And overall, APLD has seen some pretty crazy price action and movement over the past few weeks. I mean, I know doing any type of deals with something like CoreWeave or NVIDIA or anything like that can be huge. And, of course, Applied is benefiting majorly from... Yeah, benefiting pretty well. I'm trying to mess with my sound a little bit. Check out Royalty Free Planet for some awesome copyright free music. Let's try it. Royalty Free Planet. Let's try it. All right, here we hear some. NVTS to the moon? Probably not, though. I mean, they're associated with NVIDIA. Why not? They're on fire. 13%. I love it. Let's go. They're associated with NVIDIA. It could still chop around a little bit here, but if they start to break above their recent high, that's going to be awesome in the short term, Jesse. Small Town Pyro. Let's go. Thoughts on Bull? Weeble. Whoa, Weeble. I didn't realize that they sold off this bad. Man, Weeble is actually pretty bad looking. That's a rough move to see right there on Weeble. Man, Weeble. I know that they're everybody's favorite broker, or at least one of the more popular brokers, but their stock looks awful. Good that I came back to watch. Let's go, Brian. Glad to have you back here. If anyone out there is watching a stock, let me know. I'll check it out. Tesla still holding that lower base from the day very well. Trying to move higher a bit. Going to be watching for like a 340 push over the next couple of hours, few hours. Scruffy's in a call. Nice. Very nice. That's a big support that it's at. I would expect some resistance touch before a breakdown, so I'm with you. Yeah, APLD was going. Broke out a little bit there. Come on, let's see. $13. What do you think, Matt? $13 would be pretty nice. Why CLF can't take off? Cleveland Cliffs. Good old CLF. Moving a lot in the short term, but today said, why can't they take off? They've been tanking. There has been some pretty good Trump news in the short term with steel that's helped them move. It's just one of those situations where you're not going to get a crazy green day every day. Even if this was like in an uptrend, like look at how over here, Tiger, how there was this great uptrend, but notice how there were a lot of small and just mixed days moved in. APLD. Hell yeah, Matt, running up to $12.90. $13 coming up soon. That's really what I want to see, is a $13 plus push here this morning. A good push past 13 would show a lot of positivity. Brain says, look at NFE here. %, New Fortress Energy. %, on the daily, they suck. Terrible, Brain, yeah. This stock has been pretty bad for a while. They did really well with the COVID explosion and then died. It's wild how some stocks did this in COVID and how a lot of them came back the way that they did now. I would say pretty rough. Pretty rough to see. Zooming out makes a difference for sure. With gas, it's also because of the Russian war. That makes sense. I remember back when oil went nuts then, but I didn't know how much that was still affecting things. NBIS levels? Sure thing. Let's go check on NBIS. Nebius. 5.6%. Up to around almost $40 on the day. Wow. NBIS has been bouncing pretty well. Looking at the daily, it's coming back. Gives me hope that it's going to break out, actually. The move has been solid. Yeah, almost $40, Ryan said. It's a pretty insane rip over the past couple days. Seriously, an intraday. It has a wild move. I wonder if there's news with it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing right now. Slowly creeping up for Tesla. Yeah, nice. Still a pretty nice recovery off that base. Up to the next 334 resistance. Nice. Glad to see it, Tessie. Let's go back to applied. Bookmap City out here. Applied Digital. $15, 162,000 shares. Pretty crazy. $14.80 and $15. There's a lot stacked up on Applied. $13.50 has quite a bit too. Fraz says ASTS levels. Sure thing, Fraz. ASTS moving up 2660. I don't love that level today. I don't think that's overly significant. Now that high of day today around 2750, now that's pretty significant. There's been a lot of bounces around 2750 to 2850. We can see within this $1 range, there's been multiple bounces recently. ASTS, pretty stuck. Let's go look at it on the daily. Maybe that'll give us some more confidence to the upside, potentially. Yeah, I'm not in love with it. Looks like it's in a bit of an area where it moves a lot. Fraz. $26 as support, and then $27.50 to $28 as resistance here. For today. Go over to the watch list. Watch list is pretty heavy today. A lot of stocks over 2%. Not a lot of huge runners though, but I like, for example, TSM around 3% solid. Spotify 4% solid. I'm not going to name off the baby stocks. Meta, 2.7%. Pretty solid there. Yeah, not terrible. Pretty good day overall, as far as greenness goes. There are some pullbacks, of course, but I'd say overall, SPY's right back up to resistance. Going to be watching for a 598 breakout. This looks solid, guys. I could see 598 breaking soon for a $600 test. Love the way SPY is moving here. Looks fantastic. AK Tom will get a 6-pack from laughter. I can't watch it before I go. Not that one. I'll watch it after though. Send me a link on Discord. Send it to my private messages though. Don't. I don't even know how to find it. I searched up what you guys said and it didn't really come up with, like, there was a lot of videos. All right, guys, we're probably going to call the stream there. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. Pretty crazy morning overall. Keep watching SPY for a possible breakout coming into play. Don't forget, tonight we have the live Q&A. Live Q&A tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go. No problem, guys. No problem. Have a great one. Have a great one, of course.